Welcome to the stage where hearts unfold in the morning glow, stories untold. Let's paint with words a masterpiece of art where dialogues bloom, igniting in every heart. Let's tap into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently salt. Let's paint with words a masterpiece of art where dialogues bloom, igniting every heart. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. A symphony of voices harmonizing the air, echoing truth, banishing despair. Let's sow seeds of unity, watch them grow in this garden of hope under the morning glow. Let's bridge the gaps, erase the line in the tapestry of hearts. Let love shine with every word, a step we take towards a brighter dawn for all our sake. Welcome to the morning glow, where dreams take flight in this realm of possibilities. Let's unite, together we stand, hand in hand, healing the nation across the land. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's symphony of voices harmonizing the air, echoing truth, banishing despair.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Got a great broadcast going on this morning, as I hope and I pray that we always do. I'm not important, just a question asker. My name is Raheem Ajme out of Atlanta, Georgia, but I got my brothers from another mother, but we got the same father on with us. First on the line is Badger. Good morning, Badger. How you doing this morning?
Enjoying this beautiful and blessed day we've been given.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. And we will rejoice, and be glad in it. Frank, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Excited to get going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, how did the weekend go for y'all? Badger?
It's pretty chill. When was able to go chill by a lake and do a little bit of fishing and
You catch anything?
turtles
Mm.
and a
Feed
cat.
them for about 2 weeks, and then boil them out their shell and go ahead on and make you a turtle stew.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't eat that either. Frank, how was your weekend, brother?
Real good, man. Got a lot of stuff done around the house. So steady pushing and went real well.
Good deal. Good. I'm gonna start this off, man. I might get in trouble today with this question right here. What a interesting way to start off the week. But I'm asking y'all this question. Y'all got a friend. Y'all both we all married, and this is a personal question. You answer the way that you answer it. But let me see what that is. Yeah, I think that's Tucson. Let me say good. Let me greet their brother this morning. Good morning, Tucson. How you doing this morning? Tucson, forget you know how to talk. Tucson, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning? There you go. There you go. There you go. Now I can hear you. Now I can hear you. Um, you know what? I'm gonna switch up. Tucson, first, how was your weekend, brother? Okay, okay. Now you.
Yeah, I had a good
Uh oh. Some stuff must have happened this weekend you don't want to discuss. And whatever it is, man, it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better.
I tell you what, man. I tell you what, people are packing their bags and leaving here, man.
Yeah, yeah, they sure are.
Packing the bags. Regardless whether their bags are packed or not, they're leaving here.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So I had a great weekend. I'm alive. There are some that was among us that are not.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow.
Young and old.
Young and old. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Had one, Raheem, that was on their way to their grandmother's funeral and had a car accident
Mm.
and didn't make it.
Wow. Mm.
So there you go.
Wow. Condolences, brother. Absolutely. Absolutely. Pray you and the families and whoever it is, man. Pray the strength of the ones that's still here to make it through. Because that's a lot. That's a lot, man. That is a lot. Well, Tucson, I'm gonna switch up a little bit on you. And I'm gonna ask you this question. You married, all of us are married men. If you got a real close friend, very close friend, you're probably at work or something like this, and your friend come by, and you go home about 10, 15 minutes, you'll be at the house. Is it okay for your friend to wait inside the house until you get there?
No.
Hmm?
What?
You're on your way home, man. You're on your way. You're on your way home, and you get home about the same time. Say you get home about 4:30 every day, huh?
He can't drive. My mind is on it.
Okay, but let's just for the sake of the conversation, you pull up in your yard and you see another car. Oh, that's Barry car. What Barry doing here? And you get out your car, walk in the house. Barry and your wife is in the living room, sitting on different sides of the room.
Really? So well, now go ahead. Start out. I missed something. I had to.
Okay.
Device. Go ahead.
You pull up in your.
I walk in.
You walk into the house, and okay, let's not even do it that way. Let's say that Barry's sitting in the living room. He's sitting there, and you got playing some cards and stuff like that. And your wife is in the kitchen, and she's preparing some food for you, but they talking, and you walk in the house. What does that look like from your standpoint? What do you do? What is your next action? What is your next action?
I'm gonna do my routine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go switch my shoes, switch my clothes. I'm gonna go put my dog out. I'm gonna make sure he's fed, and I'm gonna sit down, and I'm gonna turn the remote control TV on, and I'm gonna sit there. Hey man, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Okay. So it's not so and Tucson, your phone is just a little bit low, brother. Your phone's just a little bit low. I want to make sure everybody can hear you because that's good.
I told you. So yeah, I don't see no issue. I do the routine that I do. Put my dog out, feed him, change my clothes because I food with the dog, and then I sit down and hey man, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
That's greet the wife and let's move on to the day.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
Good morning.
I don't see no issue yet.
Okay. All right. Badger, what do you do in that same situation? You come home and one of your close friends is in your house with your wife.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I gotta hit my partner up for sure because I don't have no close friends like that.
Mm-hmm.
Will show up at my house when I'm not there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that type of party.
Yeah.
You know why I say that, Raheem?
Why is that?
Not saying that I don't trust anybody, but perception is truth until you prove it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So to eliminate that, don't show up at my house when I'm not there.
Yeah.
You know better.
Mm-hmm.
because you know how I am.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, when we finish work, you ain't that type of friend for show up in my house. We're not involved in any activity. Period. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
So you painted me two totally different pictures there, though, brother.
No, that's two different pictures. But see, you allowed somebody in my house,
Mm-hmm.
not me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You did that.
Mm-hmm.
You done changed my whole atmosphere. I don't do that. Period. But since it was that, I had to say, I sit down and do the dogs and all that kind of stuff. Everything's good.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing? Not what you're doing here, what's going on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now the friend probably gonna have to explain why you. I had a guy come to the house. He was a salesman or something.
Yeah.
He came to the house right here, and he tried to open the door.
Mm.
I said, "Did you turn that knob?"
Mm-hmm.
Well, I said, "Man, look, don't do that no more."
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I don't want what you got.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you selling. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just open my door.
Yeah. Exactly.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right. Made me go off 3 times.
Yes. And of course, Badger, what do you do in that situation? You walk into your house, and one of your friends, guys, is in your house, with your wife. Your wife said that
a friend or a close friend?
well, you wait both of them. But your wife said, well, Johnny came by, and I told him that you'll be here in about 10 more minutes, and I let him in, and he's waiting on you to get here.
Not sure. I mean, if I don't, I have a handful of friends
Mm-hmm.
that would just show up. No. Yeah, no, normally they just call me.
I want to tell you something, Badger. The way it is with me, and I don't know, what I did or how I got this way, but if one of my friends would have come by the house and they ride by and they don't see my car in the yard, they're not gonna stop no way. They're gonna keep going. If they don't see my car in the yard, they're gonna keep going. They probably call me on the phone or something like that. But as far as going up to my door and stuff, like, nah, they ain't gonna do that.
If it's a close friend,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be a problem at all.
Okay.
I have less than 5.
Okay.
So if they show up and didn't even give me a heads up, there's a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So, and those are people that I trust, and I don't trust very many people.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So if it's a close friend, it doesn't matter. You just walk into the house. Hey, man, how you doing? Good to see you. Hold on, let me go and change up a little bit. I'll be right back. And there's no issue at all. There's no conversation. There's no conversation after the fact with your wife. Why you got them in here?
No.
None of that.
Nope.
Okay.
Because if it's a close friend that just shows up out of nowhere and didn't even call me first, there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not an issue.
Okay.
If it's just someone I'd consider like just a friend, acquaintance.
Mm-hmm.
Because a close friend to me is more like family.
Yeah.
A friend's more of an acquaintance.
Mm-hmm.
So most of them just call. They don't really come by.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of one of those things.
I had a guy who was doing our Real Men Being Men, and we had a question similar to this. And Frank, I don't know if Frank was on that episode or not, but he may remember. But there was a guy that was on him. I'm not gonna call his name right now. He said, no, absolutely not. He said his brother, his blood brother, couldn't even wait in his house until he got there. And he come home, and if his blood brother is sitting in the house with his wife and him not there, He said it's gonna be a problem. He said it's gonna be a real problem.
I
So
mean,
I'm
there
like, I
some
said,
folks
man,
are like that.
yeah,
I says
yeah, yeah. He
so,
is. He is. And
and
we still talk still to this day, man. But I don't agree with that though. You know that I told him I did. But go ahead.
well, that depends on the brother.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So maybe they know something somebody else don't. Um,
True, true.
so it's just one of those things. Like everyone's gonna have their own approach to it.
Mhm.
So I don't. If, like I said, if it's someone that I trust, I they know me very well.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
Okay.
lot of people that think they know me, then there are people that really know me,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's a huge difference.
Yeah, yeah. That's true.
So
That's true.
it's just one of those things, and I know
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be answers all across the board. So,
Mm-hmm.
but the only people that's ever showed up to my house without giving me heads up, or normally something's happened.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it.
Okay. Frank, what do you say to that? How do you handle that situation? You walk in and there's somebody sitting there, friend of yours, sitting in your living room. When you get there, and then your wife is at the house together. How do you handle that, Frank? Is that okay? Is that unheard of? Is that natural? How do you handle it?
I don't want at any time paint a picture of a scenario that's not real in my life. So I just want to tell you what happens in my world. Not because I am this stern person that puts out all of these rules. I just don't really have people that just come by my house without calling me and making sure that, that we are, in a position that we can have company.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't do that to other people. There's going to be a phone call and a purpose, because I could be at home with my wife and just don't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I know that sounds a little, harsh, but we could be in the middle of, getting our kids ready for school, getting ready to eat. Anything could be going on. We could be sitting around, lounging around the house a certain way, and we're not in a position to take company. So as a rule, people don't just drop by. But let me say this. Everybody in my life that comes by calls me.
Mm-hmm.
And normally there's a reason. Hey, man, I want to drop this off, or hey, I need to borrow this, or whatever, is it okay? And I tell them yes or no. Hey, I'm out of pocket. I won't be there. But if my wife is here, I will tell them, no, I'm not there. But go ahead, I'll call my wife and she'll get it for you. Because see, anybody that at any given time considers coming by my house, I trust them.
Mm-hmm.
And not only do I trust them, I trust my wife.
Yes. Yes.
I don't have to isolate my wife in order for her not only to conduct herself in a professional and a very mature and respectful way. If you get out of pocket, my wife will put you back in your place.
Yep. Yep.
So across the board, if I can't trust that my wife could be in the presence of another man at my home, she's in danger at work or at the grocery store or at wherever she goes. If another man shows up, that's not who I married.
Mm-hmm.
And now, let me tell you something that does happen. I would get a phone call from my wife. Hey, I'm about a half an hour out, and such and such is going to stop by, but she's probably going to beat me there. Are you there? Yeah, I'm here. I'll let her in.
Mm-hmm.
she'll come in, she'll sit down at the dining room table, and we'll talk. And then once my wife gets there, I'll get out of their conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
Or her mother's going to stop by, or one of her aunts. It happens all the time. But we don't live in this world where I'm going to be inappropriate with one of her friends or her mom, or she's going to be inappropriate with one of my friends or one of my nephews. And we don't have to guard each other from that kind of foolishness, man. We don't. That's not the world we live in. And I don't deal with those kind of people. And if you find out, you disqualify yourself from being in our circle. Because if I can't trust you with something like that, I can't trust you at all.
Yeah, yeah. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Give me a call. What do you say? What do you say to this scenario? You out and about, and one of your friends come to your house, and you walk in, and they're sitting in your living room talking to your wife, and you're not home. Is that a problem? Is that an issue? How do you handle it? Captain Leonard, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Raheem, and the Morning Glow family.
How do you handle that, Leonard? You pull up to your house, and one of your boys' cars is in your yard. You're like, what? Wait a minute. You get out, walk in the house, and he and your wife is sitting in the living room, having a conversation, and you walk in and you look at it. What's your next move, Leonard?
Depends on who it is.
Talk to me on both situations, on both sides of the coin.
Well, first of all, nobody comes to my house without invitation, usually.
Okay. Well, let's just for the sake of the conversation, let's say that they're there though. On this day, they're for whatever reason, they happen to be in your living room. What do you do?
Like I said, it just depends. If they came, I'm not used to that situation, but I'm going to ask them what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I can't imagine it really happening. Because my friends
is it that you just don't go for that kind of thing, or why do you say you can't see it happen?
don't.
Okay.
I don't go for that type of thing, and everybody who knows me knows that.
So it would be an issue.
Matter of fact, my wife would probably call me. Pretty much, because I don't care for strangers at all, or anything of that nature. You cannot be sitting in my house, and I not expect you to be there. It's going to be an automatic problem for me.
When you say problem, to what level?
I may make you get out.
You serious?
As a cancer patient with AIDS.
Okay. Now this is your friend, Leonard.
Well, you're not a friend. You're not a friend of mine.
Not after that day, huh?
No, you're not a friend of mine, and put yourself in that situation. You're definitely not a friend of mine, really. Because you know me. If we're friends, you know me.
Yeah.
And you only have one time to make that mistake. If I didn't invite you to my house, there's no reason for you to be there.
Okay. So the idea of you just walking in and there go, man, what you doing here? Barry, what you doing here? And he sitting there, he drinking a cup of tea and he drinking a cup of tea and everything. Got some chips and dip on the table. Boy, he just making himself comfortable. One of his shoes took one of his shoes off or hurt his feet. And then what you gonna do, man? That man comfortable.
I mean, I don't even have no friends that would do that.
Okay, all right.
Well, I mean, anybody that, man, come on. You finna come up out of there with a pistol, bro.
What?
I don't play like that.
It's innocent, man. He's just sitting there enjoying his tea.
You better sit outside in your car
Mm. So it's okay if you pull up and they sit in the car waiting on you.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's where you better be.
But the idea of it being cold outside and him inside your house, that ain't gonna go. That ain't
I
gonna
don't care
fly.
if you had to stand outside.
Mm.
If I don't expect you, don't be there.
Tucson, talk to me, brother. You over there laughing, man. Talk to me.
I don't think that's short of what Leonard said. Let me tell you the conversation. Well, look, I just put it on the line, right? Love you, Frank. Love you, Leonard. Love you, Badger. Love you guys. Y'all, I consider y'all to be friends. Okay? Let me tell you the conversation I'm going to have with my wife over the phone. Frank, Leonard, Badger, Raheem is outside waiting on you. Okay, I'll be there in a minute. End the conversation.
That's it.
He outside.
You outside?
There you go. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And look, my wife's brother can't come to the outside.
What?
My wife ain't got no brothers.
Mm.
My wife got a brother. He's outside. I know he's outside.
Y'all some well fellas.
If it ain't outside, he is outside.
Mm.
Okay, who he is. Your daddy outside.
Outside. That's where he better be.
Man, y'all, man, no.
I ain't gonna say, look, I ain't gonna say, you put my daddy outside. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you one better than that, Raheem. My wife gonna let me know somebody at the door.
Mm.
Your brother outside.
Yeah, that's where he better be.
Well, I know y'all.
No if and a but.
Say what?
No if and a but.
Mm.
All of y'all are outside. Wait until I get to the house.
Badger, you don't feel that way, do you, Badger?
I must have missed something. I'm sorry.
Cause they said your brother.
Badger was sleeping.
Sometimes.
Badger. What they're saying is, their brother, their blood brother, the dad, her brother, her dad. None of them cannot be in the house waiting on them when they get home. They got to be outside in the yard in their car, and then when they get home, they can come in. Then, Badger, do you feel that way?
No.
Why not?
Like I said, if I actually trust you, I'm not worried.
So what could they be worried? What could they be worried about, Badger? Why they don't want these people to come in the house?
Worried.
I don't know.
It ain't worried. I ain't worried about you.
Mm.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry to interrupt. Don't get it twisted. My wife will not let you in.
But I'm just saying, for the sake of the conversation, hey, Tucson.
For the sake of the conversation, she said, "You, my wife better." Huh? You showed up and thought you was gonna come in because you ain't gonna do it. She ain't gonna let you in.
Go ahead, Badger.
In a minute. Look at your comment. Okay.
I mean, that's them.
Yeah.
Y'all should already know I'm weird and different. So if I trust you, there ain't no issue.
Okay.
So, and like I also said, those that really know me, like it's an underhanded threat, to be honest.
Yeah.
So those that know me know me. Those that don't know me, most of the time, probably wouldn't even try to cross that line. So it's it's just one of those things. I already said I know folks are going to have a different view and different
Yeah,
opinion and
yeah.
things of that nature,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all that is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to sit here and I'd have to ask each one of them, you know, why would that be an issue? Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm weird.
Why would there be an issue? Addressing Badger's question, Leonard. Why would there be an issue? Frank, coming to you next.
Well, I have a problem with people coming to my house uninvited.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason why anybody that knows me really would just show up at my house that way.
Hey, Leonard, can I ask you a question, brother?
Yeah.
You have a brother, right? A blood brother, right?
Yeah.
Could he be in your house waiting on you?
My brother gonna tell me he coming.
But I'm just hold on. Let's stay with the lines of the conversation that we're on. I understand that, and you're probably 100% right with that. But let's stay with the conversation that we're having right now. If you were to walk into the house and your brother is sitting on your couch, waiting on you to get home, would that be an issue? The fact you have to wait had you paused that long, and I'm a little concerned that you paused that long, brother. But go ahead.
There's no reason for him to be there without telling me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but again, for the sake of the conversation, staying on the line on the basis of the conversation that we're on right now, and again, I know you're right about that. I know that to be true. But for the sake of the conversation, if he did happen to be sitting in your living room when you get home, would that be an issue?
No, because there'd be a problem.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Okay. Okay. Frank, talk to me.
We kind of opened a new can of worms because I have a daughter and two granddaughters.
Mm-hmm.
And especially with the summer coming up, I will go get my grandkids and won't tell nobody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if my daughter comes to the door or my son-in-law, he's gonna greet me. Hey, what's the matter? He's gonna let me in. My daughter comes to the door. Hey, Daddy. Whether he's there or not, the joy of her seeing her father is gonna be, hey, Daddy. That door swung wide open, and she's gonna say, "What's going on now?" I can say, "Hey, I want to take the girls to get them ice cream." Now she can tell me, "Oh, Daddy, you know, this, that, and other. They can't go, or we gonna," and I have to accept that.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, where I'm going to have an issue as her father, if I show up at her house at 67 years old, and she's looking through the screen and says, "Daddy, my husband's not home. You can't come in."
Mm.
Raheem, I got a problem with that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What is going on here? Now, I'm not trying to run his house or anything else. I'm your father.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just some random man, some, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That my wife does not have to get permission from me. If one of her brothers stop by to see her, those are her brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They're siblings. My brother was not my brother. My brother-in-law was over here yesterday. And he just got off of work. He was, hey, I'm supposed to stop by. That's my brother-in-law. That's her brother. He got here. She wasn't here. All right, man. Have a seat. Family. We went from friends, good friends, to family. But that doesn't happen that often.
Mm-hmm.
But that is, man, dude. Man, Raheem, I'm sorry, man. If that ever happened with my daughter, me and her have to go to lunch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Talk to your daddy. What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
You okay over there?
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow.
That's just, I don't know. I just see that a little different.
I see it different as well, man. Like I see, I a lot of people that I know wouldn't do that, and I'm gonna tell y'all the reason why, because I saw this on a show, and they was talking about it, and I said, man, we talked about that a couple of years ago on our Real Men Been Men, but this one guy, he was so adamant, about it, man, and you know, he said there ain't nowhere in the world nobody gonna be in his house, and he ain't at home. That I'm the man of my house. I'm the king of my. If I ain't at home, they ain't got no business being in there. I don't care who it is. And he went down that road talking about, you know, her family and his family and male. Now, he did say that if it's a female, he wouldn't have an issue. You know, there ain't no problem with that. He said if it's a female, he walk in and they sitting there drinking tea or whatever they doing, he'll just go on about his business. But he said another dude, he said ain't nowhere in the world no another man gonna be in my house. This is him talking. Ain't nowhere in the world no other man gonna be in my house and me not there. And if she let him in, then me and her gonna have a problem too. Huh?
I can see what if he was that adamant about a male friend. When you start talking about her brothers and her dad, you may need to go and you have some issues that have nothing to do, or there's been some behavior that you've experienced where you have that level of lack of trust.
Mm-hmm.
And then now you're talking about some stuff, man, with her dad or with her brothers.
Yeah.
There's an issue there.
My question is this: if you and I'm coming to you too, son. If you were to go to your dad's house, and if they were to go to her dad's house, and she and her dad is in the house by themselves, would you have that same issue?
Well, ask this question. My mother show up. I can't let her in until you get home?
Yeah. Right.
Are you out your mind?
Exactly.
Ma, you got to sit out in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you don't have a car, you got to stand out on the sidewalk. Because my wife ain't here. This is her house.
You post up.
Come on, man.
You post up right there till she get here. I bring you a bottle of water or something.
Yeah, when she get in. Yeah. When she and I gotta keep the latch on and push it through the crack.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
but Mama, you stay outside until my wife get here.
I'm gonna pour.
Man, come on, man.
I'm gonna pour the water through the screen door into your hands so you can drink it. Good. I can't open the door. I can't open the door. Wow. Tucson, you got a guess, brother? Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Tucson, you there?
Yeah, I don't know what the issue is. That's not an issue. That's the rule of the house. You just don't show up and you suppose I'm there. You're not getting in. I don't know. Hey, let me see. Lisa, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, good
morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Doing well. Okay. What is the question again?
Okay. The question is, your husband is not at home, and one of his friends come by, one of his male friends come by, a close friend, and you let him in, and he's waiting in the house until your husband get there. Your husband walk into the door, and y'all are sitting in the living room. Y'all are talking on different couches. You on the couch, he on the love seat, and y'all are having a conversation. And your husband walk in. Is that a problem?
Yes, it's a problem. It is because of, first of all, it's the perception.
Mm-hmm.
What it may seem like to him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm strongly about that. Myself and him have already, we talk about this. We talked about this several times, that no woman is coming in and no man is coming in, period. Because we want to stay away from problems like that. We want to, make sure that we're not bringing potential problems into the household. So I've always thought like that and felt like that in relationships, that I would never do that, even if there's nothing going on. It's the perception behind it that will make him think or feel something or feel a certain way, and I wouldn't want that. And most definitely, we know how men think and we know how women think.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna say, you got some people that, men and women that have certain agendas and motives, that are not right. So, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't let him in, but his father, brother, well, his father would, but I don't know about the brother. I would let the father in.
Okay.
I would let the father in. I would do that. So, so no, I wouldn't. It's the perception in it all.
Okay.
It's what it looks like. Even if nothing's going on, but it's the look of it. And, what could be, or what may put the thoughts that may be in his mind. And I wouldn't want to bring, nothing like that into the household and have a wedge between us. And that's my take on it.
Good. And I can understand that, because and I can understand, because you're absolutely right. A lot of times people do have, some people have agendas, but you said that you'll let the father in, but the brother, it kind of iffy a little bit. And like Badger said, it depends on who the brother is, because sometimes Cain kill Abel, and something like that ain't how it happen. Yeah, brothers be at odds sometimes, and so it depends on who it is. I guess I can see your point, but at the same time, man, that's a lot though. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a big egg to have to break right there, because
you have to break the egg at home. You can keep the egg home out.
Yeah. Okay. And if it was my sisters, I know they wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't put themselves, in that predicament to, okay, I'm gonna go stop by my sister's house. I'm gonna visit, and she's out there. I'm just gonna wait. They won't ever do that. Neither of my sisters would do that.
Yeah.
No.
That's good.
Because I'm sure they feel the same way I do. Same way I do. Because I wouldn't do that to them.
Yeah. So. Can I ask another question? And it may and certainly not in you all situation. So y'all got to look outside in answering this particular question right here. But can it be a trust issue?
I mean, it can. It can, But for me, I look at perception. I look at, we have a relationship. I look at it from all angles. I just do. When it comes to men and women, and it could be a trust issue.
Yeah.
That could be part of it.
Okay.
But I just don't want to, have a problem or a wedge to come between me and my husband, because, he may be, I'm not saying he would, but he may not say anything, but you just never know what he may be thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And then, in the long run, it may come up. You remember this time, that time when you let such and such come in, and I didn't think that was right. I mean, just never know. So I just won't do it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it.
okay. That's good.
That's to be on the safe side.
And Leonard, do you think it could be a trust issue?
It probably in some way, form, or fashion just maybe. But me, I've kind of always been like that.
Mm-hmm. You said it may be a trust issue?
Yeah, it could possibly be.
Okay.
Like one, I don't trust very many people, no way. So it ain't no big deal. Like I'm very leery of people who intrude.
And then let me ask you this: if it is, let's say it is a trust issue, whose issue is that? Your issue? Is it her issue? Is it an issue with the brother or whoever, the friend or whoever? Where does that lie? Or is it? And how do you get past that? How do you move past that trust issue and being able to totally just trust until something happens? How do you get past that? Or do you?
Well, I'm 55.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see me ever getting past.
Wow.
I'm just a person, I don't like to be intruded upon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got a key to my brother's house, but I don't go there without calling him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just like I don't want nobody to surprise me like that, I'm not going to surprise you like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Especially if it's another man's house.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife, her father dead, and she ain't got no brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you at my house?
What you looking for?
Exactly.
I see how you're thinking, man. I see how you're thinking, man. But I'm not gonna necessarily say I agree with it, but I see how I can see how you're thinking. Badger, talk to me.
I mean, I've said all. Is there anything extra you want to ask?
Let me ask you that same question. Do you think it's a trust issue on some people's part, whereas they don't want nobody in their house if they're not there? Is it a trust issue, or is it just just don't do it?
Well, I know for some people, temptation is too much for them.
Wow.
So just might be an acknowledgement of that.
Mm.
I mean, just trying to look from looking from an outside perspective.
Man, you ain't gonna be, and a good person. Let's say it like this: a good person is not gonna be sitting there lusting or fantasizing over their brother's wife, man.
You think everyone's good?
I said that's why I said a good person. That's why I said that. I specifically said that for a reason. Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why I say that someone I would consider a close friend that doesn't even like call me or gives me heads up, that just shows up. There's a need that just happened.
Mm.
Because most people have respect. So they don't really have that kind of issue. So for something like that to happen with someone I consider a close friend, something happened.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
it's an issue that had to be addressed.
Yeah, like they got into a huge fight, or they're one of their kids just got into a car crash, and it's going to probably be something really rough. Because normally there's a respect thing that kind of an unsaid one. So I don't know. It's pretty straightforward. So
yeah. Okay. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. You're listening to DKM Media Group and Associates, and this is the Morning Glow. We're here every day, Monday through Friday, from 7 until 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you continue to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Frank, talk to me. Tucson, come to you next, brother.
So the other day, with no notice, Spirit closed their doors. just boom, went under. There's people that had purchased tickets. They were going on cruises that were, coming from one place into Michigan, and then they were going somewhere else, and they were using Spirit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those people get here, their flights are canceled, no refunds, no nothing. Now they got to figure out a way to get to wherever it is that they're going. And not everybody, because of the cost of gas, is raising their prices dramatically. I bought gas the other day, Raheem. It was $5.80 a gallon.
Mm-hmm.
$5.80 a gallon.
Mm.
So, Raheem, you are going back to wherever it is that you're going, and you get caught up. You get here. You didn't plan on staying. You planned on, coming here and then, catching your second flight and then going on wherever you're going. I'm somewhere like I normally am with the boys, but my wife is home. You get to the airport, everybody, because this happened here. There was other airlines that did not have seats for all these people. Now you're here. I live in Michigan. It's a 90-degree day. You call me and you say, hey man, look, this is the situation. Can I just stop by the house until, I can try to figure out another way? Can I use your computer? Okay, well, I'm at, me, I'm at basketball games, baseball games, and everything else. I could be an hour or 2 out, but my wife is home. Mm-hmm. If I say, yeah, go ahead by the house, sit out front in 90-degree weather, burning $6 a gallon gas so you can have some air until I get there. I'll be there a couple hours. You either got to go somewhere, but you can't come to my house. My wife and my kids are there. Right here, when me and you interact, I call you friend.
Yes.
When you walk away from that situation, even if you decide to wait, do you feel a little different about me?
Yes, sir.
I call you friend.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't trust you to be in my house until I get there with my wife. If I walk away from that, man, and you make me sound the car until you get there, which is your right. You're well within your right, because that's your house. But I know your wife. We were just on the phone the other day laughing. I always pick on you. I'm never on your side.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But it is nothing that can ever happen that will cause me to violate our friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. And disrespect your wife and your home. Dude, if you think that of me, you should stop taking my calls immediately.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing. Now, we're talking about a friend and a close friend. If I think that of you, if I even consider that's a possibility, see, now you're an acquaintance. You're not going to be making that call.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're not going to find yourself in my door. Because you're just a casual person that I encounter. But once you enter into that realm of being my friend, or we're birthed into the same household, and man, I say it again, everybody's different. They come from different experiences. But I promise you, you make me sit in front of your house in Atlanta heat until you get there, I'm gonna feel a little different about you.
Oh yeah, and should. Tucson, talk to me, brother.
Most people don't be that type of friend, because I want you to feel that way about me right now. From the get-go, let's feel that way about each other. Because you don't show up. Okay, let's get, because I had a reason why I wanted to. I wasn't testing my wife. I know her better.
Yeah.
Than what I just talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not mad because you say your father can come in, not your brother. Perception. And that's what I said before you got all right. Perception. You know how hard it is to prove or to discredit perception?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Do you know how hard it is?
You
know what perception looks like?
Once the person gets it in their mind, once the person gets it in their mind, it's there.
It's there, and now you got to prove it. And it'll come up later on. And here we go again. So if you just cut that tie, you won't have to worry about that. Stop it. Stop trying to fit everybody to your scenario, and then when somebody explains something different, there must be some kind of distrust. No, it ain't. We've had this conversation from the get-go. People not come in and out of the house. My brothers know it. My sisters know it. And I used to stay across the street from my brother. And we see each other, wave, and keep going. I don't just because he stayed across the street, I don't just show up at his house. He said something else. I know not to ask him that, can I borrow some money? No. I already got that answer. That'll break up. There are certain things that will break up friendship. So let's break our friendship right now. Let me tell you how it is. It's not a problem if you understand. So you're gonna test the water, and because you tested the water, now we lesser friends. You did that, not me. I told you before. The standards are set where I live, and you can't alter because of the way you think. In the name of Jesus, if that's what you want to put there, because we want to put on this everybody fits in my world type of thing. I don't fit in your world, period. I don't think my wife do either. You can show up if you want to, but you be outside.
Wow.
Amen. Hey, Raheem.
Yes.
I want to ask you a quick question.
Okay.
And I want you to be totally honest because you know me, right? I want you to be totally honest because this is going to be, it's a tough question, but it is going to help when we define friendships because you know how I am, you know how Rashid is.
Yeah.
And you know that one of our statements is that friends are not found, they're discovered.
Yes.
So with that being said, you knowing me, right? And you know how I am about friends and friendship and covenants, right?
Yes.
Do you think that I would show up to anybody else's house on this line except yours?
No.
Thank you. So a lot of times the perception of let's make this clear, that was never in question. Because I'm not going to show up at your house because I don't see you that way.
508-924-3521, 508-924-3521. Cassandra Alexander Green. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning? Cassandra, I'm ask you a question. How was your weekend?
It was good.
That's all I get? Oh my God. I know you had a good time. I say, I know you had a good time.
Oh, yeah, I had a great time. I had a great time.
Good deal. Cassandra, I'm asking a question. If you got no speaker, take it off speaker as a feedback. Take it off speaker, Cassandra. Okay, there you go. Much better. Cassandra, I'm asking a question this morning. Curtis, I see you, brother. Come to you next. If you're married and you're at home and your husband is on his way home, you're ready to get off work in about 10, 15, whatever minutes, and he'll be home probably about 20 or 30 minutes. He'll be home. One of his friends come by the house, come by and knock on the door, ring the doorbell, and you let him in. Let the friend in. You go in the living room, sit down. I'm doing something. I'll be in there in a little bit. And your husband comes home, and the friend is sitting in the living room when your husband get there. Is that a problem?
Not for me, but for most people. Yeah, for most people, I think it would be a problem. For me, no.
Why do you think it would be a problem?
I mean, with my ex-husband, it wouldn't be a problem. I'm just saying, with me. But I know that people, especially men, are talking about that kind of stuff. But I don't have a problem with it. Maybe women have. I'm just not like that. I don't think like a lot of people. I don't do things like a lot of people. So for me, it would not be a problem. And for my ex-husband, it would not be a problem. You know, it just wasn't. We're not even thinking on the level that whatever other people are thinking or what their perception is. We don't do that. We never did. And I'm not like that, and I couldn't be with somebody like that. So, you know, other people, fine. I don't, whatever people do in their own home is, you know, it's their business. But for me, and you asking about me,
yes,
it would not be a problem.
Cassandra, do you think that if it is a problem, and like you say, it is a problem with some people, does it stem from a trust issue?
To me, that's what it is. Because if the person I'm talking about is a close friend of yours, a good friend of yours, comes by and he knows that you're on your way home.
Go ahead, Cassandra.
And you may not know, yeah, and I'll say that to you, you know, he should be home shortly. You know, you go in the living room or in the den or whatever, he'll be here shortly. I know my ex-husband and I, we would not have a problem with that. And to me, I mean, what your friend? What kind of friend is that? I don't know. Listen, guys, I'm not coming against what anybody says. For me, it would not be a problem. For my ex-husband, it would not be a problem. That's just who we were.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Leonard, talk to me, brother.
I mean, ain't a whole bunch to talk about for me. I don't care for uninvited guests.
What if the person has an issue? And like Badger said, there's a serious issue going on in their life, and they need to talk to you, and you're one of their go-to people. And they say, can I just? I know he's not here. Can I just wait for a few minutes? I really need to talk to him. I really need to talk through this situation. And you come and your wife pull you into the kitchen and let me talk to you for a second, because she know how you feel about a situation like this. And she take you into the kitchen and say, listen, this just happened. This person, they really need to talk to you. Need you to be a friend to this person right now. How do you view that, Leonard? Does that smooth it out a little bit? Does that make it any better? Or are you just stuck on what you believe?
Usually my wife is going to tell me up front,
Mm-hmm.
because she
Okay.
know I don't like walking on people in my
Mm-hmm.
house that I did not ask to be there.
Now, okay, let's deal with it from that angle. If she let the person in, and the person, you can tell the person is torn up, and she let the person in, they go sit in the den, and she call you on the phone. Hey, Leonard, Charlie's here. He's torn up right now. He really need to talk to you. This is what's going on. And so when you come in, he's gonna be here. He's in the den. I'm in the bedroom somewhere. I'm not interacting with him.
Let me stop you right there.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie should have called me.
Mm-hmm. So there's no ground where Charlie should be in your house with you not knowing. There are no grounds. Okay.
No.
I mean that's what you feel. Okay.
Unless Charlie car broke down and so. No, because then Charlie still would call me.
Mm-hmm.
If he my friend, he would.
Okay.
See, I don't like Jehovah's Witness come to the door. But even my sons know. They ain't gonna ask, is it okay if such and such, such and such?
Mm-hmm.
Now my wife can invite her friends.
Mm-hmm. Male and female.
You don't want me to walk up on. She's not going to invite a male. That's one.
Okay.
And then she's going to let me know if one of her female friends is coming by the house.
Mm-hmm.
But just popping up, no, you're going to get popped up on.
Anybody got anything that they want to say on this topic before we move on to the next one?
Let me say this, because it's just in my heart. If everybody's right to make those calls for them, I just don't understand those types of friendships. What the hell? And I mean that. What the hell? What kind of friend of you are you that if your friend is in trouble and they come over to your house and you're not there? I don't get it, but it's not for me to get. It's not my life, and men do that a lot. I've heard this conversation many times. Most times the woman has a different look on it, and that's because most women we're sensitive to stuff like that, but most men, it's always the men that have that type. Not always. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. There are a few men that would say, hey, it's okay. He's my friend. He's our friend. He's in trouble. He wants to talk. I just don't get it. But like I said, it's everybody's. We keep using the word perception. It's your perception of how you look at it and what you would do. But it doesn't make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
It really doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Because we're supposed to be godly, loving people. And if you got friends that you feel you can't trust to sit at your house till you get home for a few minutes or whatever, wow, really? I'm just saying. Please, y'all can get mad because y'all know I don't care. And
Raheem.
I'm just saying, that's like, I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Raheem.
Yes.
My folks got kids that they don't just come in their house.
Mm.
My granddaddy could be sitting right there and the door be open. If he don't tell you to come in there, don't you come in that house.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He may not feel like being bothered with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't been there when he don't made folks sit out on that porch. You can't just run up to my house talking about some mess you don't got into. You understand? You keep that mess where you at. You call me and I'll come to you. But my house is my sanctuary. You don't come into my sanctuary like that.
Okay. Tucson.
Hey, Raheem.
Hold on, Frank.
Hold on, Frank. Tucson was first. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tucson.
Look, I'm 62 years old. I know I'm not as old as I am, but I'm 62 years old. I've come here. 62 years of living brought me where I am. That's why my circle is small. Because you're not going to change it. You're not gonna, and you're not going to make me feel bad. And you're not going to make me feel bad because you may demonize me. That don't make me no difference. I live in my own two shoes. Well, it does too. And we've already established this from the get-go. And nothing, absolutely nothing, will alter it. And if you can't accept that, we can't be friends. I've eliminated you out of my circle. For real. And I don't have a problem. My pastor, love him as death. I'm talking about I trust him to the point where I am now. I trust him with my soul. Okay, let me just put him with that because I expect him to implant some things that are beneficial to me on the other side with my soul. That's why I'm where I am. I don't go to everybody's church. I don't listen to everybody. I don't pay attention to everybody. I worked this thing out to the point, and I was staying there. My brother got a church. Love him to death. And I confide him with things that I won't confide with nobody. Period. But I've already established the way that I am. And I believe wholeheartedly I can say some things, and if I could call my wife and tell her, she'll probably say just about the same thing that I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't like that, that's your problem. That's not mine. You can cut me off. You can do whatever you want, and I'm not out to anybody. But I'm saying, why is it that we have billions of people on the face of the earth, and you want to dictate to me? We have dominion over God's creation, not man. So people are different. Allow people to be different, and you will feel better. But if you ever try to make people some kind of think like you gonna have problems throughout your life. And it's just what it is. Right here, I'm different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm really different. I like to joke, I like to clown. But if you ever want to see me stop joking and clowning, try to alter my life the way it is. Not the way that you think it should be. Not some figment of your imagination according to the interpretation of the scripture that you believe, and the way your household runs, the way that you operate, the way that you establish friendship. That's fine for you. But that is not going to work. I promise you. Mm-hmm. And then if you say, well, call my brother, call Harry, and he's my older brother. I'm going to say, you should do that. He's like, you should have do that by now. He'll say, you didn't know that anybody, I could call any one of my relatives, any one of them, and they say, Oh no, not God.
Wow, wow.
And
I want to be
think about it.
transparent when he's finished, Raheem.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. I see I'll go.
Well, I actually have something to say.
Yeah. I see I'll go to Frank, then I'll come back to you, Leonard. Go ahead, Frank.
So, Cassandra was very careful. And I don't know why we had this echo now. I don't know if somebody had their phone on speaker. But Cassandra was very careful of saying how she felt and what was acceptable for her and her household. I made the same statement. See, a lot of times we will hear a conflicting opinion and we feel like we're under attack. Everybody on this line is grown. And they govern their households accordingly. The only thing that I see a little different is that as much as the way that anyone else runs their household, as for me and my household, as for me and my friends, I have the same right to express this is what we do. And it is as common as the people that you can't approach their house. It's the same, it's common, it's common on both sides. You better not. At the end of the day, people identify quickly the people that feel that way. The same way they understand the people that feel the other way. I just moved from a neighborhood where I was probably one of the few black people in the neighborhood. And people would gravitate to my house. Why? Because, that's just what we did. I was friendly with my neighbors and they recognized it and they showed up and I'm barbecuing and before you know it, hey, what you doing over there? That's right. And we in the backyard talking and laughing and joking. But I had a neighbor that nobody went to his house. Mm-hmm. But he didn't want anybody at his house. Didn't nobody dislike him. That's just the way that he governed his property. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just different. But I'm gonna say this right here, and then I'm gonna let Leonard talk. We were probably months into our marriage when me and my wife first got married. And my wife came to me and she said, my friend just got evicted, her and her son. And I was talking to you at this time, right here. Mm-hmm. And she said she has no family and nowhere to go. Can she stay? Now, we had just got married. Can she stay with us for a while? I said, what are you talking about? And she told me. I said, let me give me a few hours, because I knew this thing was time sensitive. It wasn't something that I could say, well, give me a week. She's on the streets now. And I came back to her, I said, go get her. Now, when this woman was in our house, if I came home and my wife wasn't there, I spoke and I went to my room until my wife got there. That's just the way Frank governed Frank. But she was there. But she had a need. Now, a lot of people say, well, that's your house. That woman shouldn't have been. No, she had a need. And we dealt with that need. She got on her feet. And she's doing much, much better there. But at the end of the day, the majority of the things that God has blessed me with are still his. Look, there's so many kids that come by my house to send my son's senior class, because when they came by here for parties, a lot of them didn't even have that. And they would come over and they, hey, Miss Snowden, they talk for a little while. Before you know it, we're in a full-blown conversation. Now, periodically, I'll be in the garage working on my little race car, and one of them will show up. They didn't show up for any of my kids. They want to talk to me. And we'd sit out there, I'd get them a pop, and we'd work on the car, and they'd say thank you. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, God has blessed me to be a blessing. Now, that's not to bring foolishness to your house, but you have to have discernment on people that are messy. Look, my mom, my dad, my brothers, my sister, they're not messy people.
Mm-hmm. Good deal. Good deal. Leonard, you wanted to say something? Christopher O'Quady, coming to you next, sir.
So that folks know this is not just a regular question, because I have these issues, the two particular issues in my life right now. Mm-hmm. One was a long time ago, so it's not now, but I was married before. Do you know there was no fussing and no fighting or whatever? It was just a rule. I don't want such and such in my house. Well, you should have heart, and they on rough times, and okay, I don't already told you. So as time passed, this person was there in my house. So then my wife at the time, she called and said, when you going to be home or such and such? I won't be, because I live down the street now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I told you I didn't want her in my house. And I meant that. I meant it enough to divorce her on the spot.
Mm.
There's another person that can't come to my house. I don't care how close you is, what your relationship is. Cross me, I don't want to see you no more.
Mm-hmm.
To this day, I remember one time this person thought that I was kidding. Well, I'm going to just stop by. I wish you would. The sheriff going to have to come.
Mm.
Try me if you want to. So I don't play games like that about much of anything. I don't like mess. And I definitely don't like other people's mess. I help anybody, do anything for you, but do not cross the line. Raheem, I will never come to your door unannounced.
Mm-hmm.
There's no sense in me coming there. I don't call you first.
Yeah.
I got a friend right now. We have to have a conversation about his failure to respond. I've been your friend for 40-some years.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't never not missed a call. Now you're moving funny. Now we need to have a talk.
Yeah. Something going on. Something is amiss. Yeah, exactly. Christopher O'Quady, good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. God bless.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Christopher, we're having a conversation, and I'm asking a question. You're at work, and one of your real good friends come by your house, male friends, come by your house, and they're going through something. Your wife let them in, and them going and sit in the den, give them something to drink or something, whatever the case. And you come home, walking, say, you pull up before you pull up, and you see the car. You say, "Oh man, that's that Johnny car. What Johnny doing here?" Okay, you get out, you walk into the house, and Johnny's sitting in the den. And you look around and call your wife, and she comes from around the corner. And you look at Johnny sitting in your den, in your house, with you not being there. Is that a problem?
It depends on who the friend is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm listening.
Mm-hmm. It depends on, there are some friends that have become like family.
Mm-hmm.
They're like family. It's like, I don't know if it depends on what space they sit in, but I know there are some friends that I have that's so close that they become like family, and when they come to my home, it's like the family's at home. When I'm at their home, their family at their home. But I think that if I have a friend, for me personally, if I have a friend like that, I know they will respect my space.
Yes.
And most of my friends will will not even, for me, if I'm speaking personally, I will not have any, I've never experienced like that, you know, because my wife will not open the door for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like when I'm there, I'm calling and I'm knocking on the door. You know, I just get an example of my life. I'm knocking on the door, and I didn't call. It's like I'm not expecting anybody. I did not invite anybody. If you don't text me and call me and let me know your door, this door is not opening. You know, but
mm-hmm. Wow.
Okay. It's a scenario that I can't put myself in, but I can imagine if somebody that is in a relationship that has so many questionable parts, he would feel very uncomfortable, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if you have a trusting relationship with your spouse, then you know there are certain things that are not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain questions that you ask me, I'm trying to imagine it.
There you go. Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have a personal reference of some of this stuff.
Exactly.
So I'm trying to imagine, you know, it can be very, very disturbing if you come into your home and somebody that you call your friend is in a personal space, like you said, are they in your den? Is that what you said?
Yes.
They're in your den. It's not like they're in the living room, but they're in your den and they're sitting down in your den. That means it's like you come to my house and you go into the refrigerator, you open in the fridge, and like, hey, you step beyond the bounds of friendship, you know. So learning to understand boundaries are critical. And I'll say this. One of the things that I've learned, especially in our communities, is that we don't understand boundaries. You know, we cross boundaries so easily. I think it really comes from Africa. You know, Africans don't have the kind of boundaries like Americans have. Like you can't just, to someone say, you can't just say, I'm driving by the neighborhood. Yeah. I'm just stopping. I was just driving by, decided to stop and say hello, you know? You know, but in Africa, it's like somebody will leave their town from somewhere else and they're knocking on your door and said, I'm here. You're here for what? You know, I'm here to visit and I'm going to spend a week or two with you, you know?
Wow.
And
it happens like that?
Or I was driving by and I decided to just stop by, you know? You do that so well, you know, but here you learn that there are boundaries and you got to respect those boundaries, you know?
Exactly. That's good. That's good. Curtis McNeil, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning? Curtis, you there?
Morning, Ryan.
Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
I don't mind.
Good deal. Good deal.
All right, good.
Good. I got a question for you. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You are at work, and and while you're at work, you got about 10 more minutes before you get home. Take you about 20 minutes to get home. Be home about 30 minutes. One of your male friends come by your house, and they going through a little situation. They go in the house, they knock on your door, ring your doorbell, and your wife open the door, and they say, "Listen, I need to talk to Curtis. I really need to talk to him." Blah 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 blah. Well, he's not here right now. He'll be home in about 30 minutes. Can I wait for him? Can I wait for him? You know, I really need to talk to him. Your wife open the door and let him in. They go into your living room, your den, wherever it is, and she give him something to drink. And you pull up and you see the car, yeah, man, that's Charlie car. That Charlie car. You get out, walk in, and Charlie's in your house. And you look at him, and you go find your wife and everything, and ask what's going on. Is there a problem with him being there without you being home, Curtis?
Nah, because something got to be going on.
Mm-hmm.
I already know something going on. As soon as I walk in and I see him sitting there.
Mm-hmm. Well, you saw the car in the parking lot, and you drive. You saw the car in your yard first. You're like, man, what? That Charlie car? Charlie?
No, I get all that. That's how.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I see, for example, his car, he ain't in the car. Something going on. Because I know my wife. My wife ain't gonna let you in.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Oh, you need to see him? Well, he be home in 20 minutes. You can wait to come. You want something to drink? You know what I mean? But if she let him in, then that tells me right off the muscle that I thought is confirmed. What's going on, man?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
Okay.
He better not say nothing.
Wow.
I know who I married. So
yeah.
That definitely wouldn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
At all.
Okay. 508-924. Somebody got me on speaker. Somebody got me on speaker. Take me on speaker. Get that feedback noise when you get on speaker. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. You're listening to DKM Media Group and Associates, and this is the Morning Glow. Again, we're here every day, Monday through Friday, from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you continue to like, share, and subscribe. I want to do a shout out. Leon Dykes, my brother. He's out in South Carolina, man. Been knowing this guy for a long time. Good dude, man. He sent me a message saying he's listening. Say he listens every morning, and I definitely appreciate you, brother. Teardrop, appreciate that, brother. Let me go to somebody said they wanted to say something real quick. Who was that? Tucson.
Yeah, I will. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Tucson.
Oh, I thought lady was first.
Okay, well, come on. We can do that. You know, I'm always with that. Ladies first. Cassandra, go ahead. I'd already said I was going to come to you. Just want to honor what I said. Go ahead, Cassandra.
Yeah, I just want to say, what I prefaced my statement with was that everybody is entitled to do what they think is best for their household. All I said was I never understood how people do that with friends. I don't know what y'all interpret as friends, but a friend of mine, I'm talking about a friend of mine. I'm not talking about an acquaintance.
Yeah.
If something is going on and they come to my house, there is no problem. I'm gonna go as far as saying this. My son was in a not very nice career for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just let you figure that out. But anyway, on Sundays, him and his crew would come to my house. I never knew who all would be with them, but they would come to my house and they would go in my den. And I told this story before on here. And within 5 minutes, and I prepared them food every Sunday when they would come. Within 5 minutes, all of those kids were asleep, guys, men, whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm.
They were all knocked out in my den. And I realized that my house was the only place that they felt it like a sanctuary. What they did, I disliked, but I knew that being in my house was an opportunity for me to, first of all, minister to them because they knew they were going to hear some word. They knew because they knew I was a minister. But it gave them a time to like breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And some of you will understand that and some of you won't. But I had no problem with those kids because they kids, even though some of them were grown men, I knew that they needed that because of what they were doing. So I'm talking literally within 5 minutes of them getting there, the whole crew was knocked out sleep.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Because I was a safe haven.
Yeah, yeah.
And I get it. We're not all the same. I understand. Listen, what I do is ministry for me every day. Mm-hmm. So the people that other people would say, oh no, they can't come to my house or they can't. No, all of that, that's fine because that's where you stand. But a friend, my door is always open to my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just personal, nothing to do with anybody else.
That's good. That's
and
good.
My ex-husband was the same way.
Mm-hmm. Toussaint?
So I want to invite you to the Mississippi Gulf Coast, Raheem. That's a great evening. I mean, you can have a good time. There's not other things, not much of other things to do here, but it's a good place to just relax if you want to come and relax.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, if you would invite me to your area and you have, Raheem, in some kind of way we are friends than other folks.
Mm-hmm.
It shows.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that both of us can agree with that.
Yeah.
But when you invite me to your area, Raheem, and your house is open, you told me that.
Yeah.
I get a hotel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when you come to the North Coast and you're welcome, bring hotel food.
Yeah.
You want to eat it. We're still friends, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because is it an insult to you, Raheem, that I'm not going to stay at your house?
Mm-hmm.
I've been there several times. I've never stayed at your house. I'm not been staying right around the corner.
Thanks for the follow. Mm-hmm.
But I like my privacy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love it so much. I'm a introvert on steroids.
Mm.
Is that a good word? Is that the type of people that are comfortable with themselves?
Mm.
Christmas dinner is most of the time not intimate.
Mm-hmm.
COVID came, Raheem. In my family, we love each other. I'm talking about they got this thing, some kind of way. They got this thing about, they call it, if things happen, if it's extreme or something like that, I know I'm going to get called. I know I'm going to get that call. They said, where you got COVID and COVID or whatever you call it, and we'll bring you some juice and some fruits and stuff like that. We don't have to come in. We're gonna put it at your front door. And then immediately they said, "Oh, forgot."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Is that strange? Is that out of pocket? That may be for you. But that ain't got nothing to do with me.
It works for you.
Absolutely.
You say it works for you.
We still.
Mm-hmm.
It works for me because it feels right, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You expect me to, when you come in, and I know your wife is a beautiful woman, your family, I met your daughters.
Mm-hmm.
If they get in this area and something's needed, I'm coming. You
Yes,
know
sir.
I'm coming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Likewise.
You know that.
Likewise. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
And we haven't been knowing each other that long.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to say it yeah.
Yeah.
It's different. It's just it. And when you come to the great state of Mississippi, and you come and enjoy the festivities, not much, but you can, if you like casinos, that's up to you. I'm not going to go with you.
Mm-hmm.
But, there's fabulous food there, and restaurants all over the place. You can just enjoy food. But when you are enjoying the festivities, you're going to need a couple of $100 more the hotel fee.
Yeah. Yeah.
God bless you.
There you go. Good deal. Good deal. I'm going to say something, y'all. I want y'all to listen to me. I ain't said this in about a week. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. Y'all ready for it? Willow! Let me say it again.
Good morning,
Willow!
Rodney. Good morning, Globe.
Good morning.
And good morning, Frankie. We on the line. Good morning.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah. I don't know if Raheem had told you, but I was in Atlanta.
Yes.
For the week for filming of Family Feud.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing I can tell you is we had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Can't share nothing else with you guys. But I took a week off to spend some time in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Had a good time. She had a good time.
Yeah, I had a good time.
Had a good time. Well, I'm gonna ask you this question that we talk about, and after this we're gonna change up, go to another topic. But you're at home, you get a knock at the door, somebody ring your doorbell, and it's one of your husband's friends, and they come to the door. They say, "Listen, I need to see him. Where is it? Tell him to come to the door." He said, "Well, he's at work. He'll be here in about 30 minutes. Well, I really need to talk to him. Can I wait for him?" You look at the person, you see that, they're in a bad situation. Yeah, come on in. Go on in the living room and the den, wherever you're going to go, have a seat. I'll bring you something to drink, and he'll be here in a little bit. Your husband come home, and he see the car in the driveway, and he walk on in and see the friend sitting in the living room. Would that be a problem with that friend being there without your husband knowing?
No. There'll be no problem whatsoever. Most of the friends that my husband have, if they were to come by, they'll probably be coming by to maybe share something with me. I want to say that. Because, the few friends that my husband do have, trust me, we know about, we talk about them, we know about them, we know what's going on. So would there be a problem? Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wouldn't be a problem.
Mm-hmm. Now,
yeah.
for the people that say that,
like Mr. Sanders said, Raheem, everybody deals in their household differently, and whatever is comfortable in your household, that's how you manage it. Mm-hmm. That's the most important part of this conversation, because I'm sure everybody has different answers to that. But you have to manage your household according to what keeps the peace in your house. It has nothing to do with nothing else but the peace in your household.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Anybody else have anything else they want to say on this topic before we move on to the next one?
I do right here.
Got two people talking. One at a time. Which one? Any one of y'all can go first. One of y'all got to go first, though.
No, I was joking. I thought you was going to sing Peace in the Valley. There'll be peace in the valley, right? I thought you was going to say that.
Is that a request, brother? Is that a request? I take requests, I take a request. Okay, man. I take it. Tucson, go ahead, hit it for me, Tucson. Hit it for me.
No, you do such a great job with it right here.
I don't want to be selfish, though. I don't want to be selfish. I don't want people to think I'm the only one that can sing on here. Wait, go ahead, brother.
So we, in this conversation, which it does a lot of times, it took another turn. And it went all the way to, my mom or dad or my sister. We celebrated my birthday the day after Kashan, because I'm a day older than her. And
Thanks for
my
the call.
sister showed up. And dude, man, I love my sister. And my sister loves me. She's the only one that I have left. My little sister. I love her, man. Mm-hmm. And if I was home and my sister showed up to my house and said, hey, brother, by the time she said, hey, brother, she's taking her first step to come in. Mm-hmm. If I told her, oh, well, you can't come in because my wife is not here, Raheem, that is going to, even if she accepts it, that's going to begin to erode the relationship that I have with my sister. Mm-hmm. And it's going to erode the relationship that my sister has with my wife. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute, are you sure your wife said that I can't come by my brother's house?
Yeah.
Yep, she was specific. Mm-hmm. She named you out. Mm. So that's going to cause her to question, what did I do? Mm-hmm. And it's nothing that she did. It's just because of her gender. Mm. So that means my brother can come over, but my sister's got to wait in the car until my wife gets there. Mm. Man, Raheem, this thing causes, if my brother called and said, hey, I was just over brother's house. Oh, was his sister there? No, she wasn't there. It was just me and him. Well, my baby sister can't come over. Simply because she's a female? Mm. Man, you talk about causing some problems. You cause about hurting some feelings. And now, on the level of friends, I go back to what Rashid, my best friend, told me. He said, friends aren't found, they're discovered. Mm-hmm. You discover who your friends are. Yeah. And that thing has been proven over the years with me and him. And he knows that I am his friend, his best friend. Yeah. But the thing about it is, there's other things that are discovered about people too. You find out things about people. Raheem, I told this story a million times. My daughter got in a bad situation where she didn't have food. She was there in Georgia. Mm-hmm. And I said, I can send you some money. She said, well, I'm going to work. I don't have time to do all that. And I called you. Mm-hmm. And you said, dude, Frank, I got you. I'll be over there in less than an hour. And I'm gonna take her something. So not only did you provide that need as my friend, mm-hmm. How many days was my daughter still in Atlanta after that happened? A week. Mm-hmm. Because she needed to be here with her father. Yeah. No, baby, you going through some stuff. If I can't give you a provision that can keep you there when you're not running out of food, you come here with me until you get on your feet. Mm-hmm. But I trusted you again. You didn't call your wife and say, Frank's daughter has a need. Well, and she said to you, well, you wait till I get home and we'll take it. Mm-hmm. You can't go there by yourself. Mm-hmm. Cause she's a female. You know what I mean? Come on, man. It's and I get what Will is saying. Everybody's different. And my biggest word is consider what we're saying. I don't have those kind of absolutes in my life
life dictates different things.
Mm-hmm.
So let me shut up.
Good
I
deal.
don't see it that way.
Okay, okay. Annie from Mississippi. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, great morning, God morning to everybody.
Yes, good deal. I'm asking a question, Annie, and I want to hear your heart on this. You at home, and one of your husband's friends come by in a situation. They need to talk to your husband. He's not home. He's at work. He'll be home in about 30 minutes. He'll be home in about 30 minutes. The friend said, listen, I need to talk to him. I really need to talk to him. Well, he's not here right now. He'll be home about 30 minutes. You will come back. They said, well, can I wait? Can I wait for him? You look at the friend and see that the friend is in a situation, male friend, he's in a situation. You say, yeah, come on in. You let him go in either the living room or the den, sit down, you give him something to drink. Your husband come home, see the car, get in, walk into the door and see his friend sitting in the living room. Is that a problem that that friend is there in the house and your husband is not home? Thanks for the follow, Ruby.
I mean, not really, because I mean, he trusts me, and I would not bring anyone into my home that has, that has any kind of ulterior motive. Without, have a mind to do anything other than to visit and even to leave. No, I mean, my husband, he don't really like a whole bunch of people at our house anyway. But when he's not the visiting type. But if someone came to my home and they want to come in and visit, even if he felt some kind of way, he ain't gonna just go say anything in the moment. He may mention to me later on, but I'm not gonna be rude because, if I was going to speak in a car, I hope I'm hearing you right. I can barely hear you, but I'm not going to leave someone outside when they can easily come inside and sit down. They have no motive for doing anything wrong. Hey, Rahim.
Yes.
Hey, let me call it in a minute, okay?
Okay. All right. Good deal.
Hey, come here for a second. I'll call back.
Okay. All right. 508-924-3521, 508-924-3521. The conversation that we're concluding right now is, can your friend's friend wait in the house with you, with his wife, until he gets home? Some say yes, some says no. Some say I don't see the problem with that, and others say yeah, it's a problem, but the problem is not that issue. The problem is based around insecurities. It's based around insecurities, and it's also based around trust. We're about to move on from this topic, but Babs, you have anything? You've been quiet for a minute, brother.
Nope.
Okay, Leonard, you have anything?
Did you say me? No, I don't have anything, Raheem.
Okay. Anybody else?
What you do insecurity?
Huh? No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Some people. I got that from from some of the social media that was saying insecurities. They're saying people have issues with insecurities. That's where I got that from.
Yeah, I do.
Well, I didn't see it insecurity. I don't know. Maybe.
I do, Raheem.
No, I don't mind. Yeah, talk to me.
Yeah, I'm all about security 100% of the time.
Is that why you got that piece of metal in your hand?
All the time.
I knew where you was going, Leonard. Leonard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start this next topic off with you, brother. And okay, I'm gonna let you go where you go with it. Art is beautiful. Art is beautiful. And then you take a closer look. And I'm saying that because everybody, for the last few years, people has been talking about this Mona Lisa. And people you say how beautiful Mona Lisa is and different. I'm just using Mona Lisa as an example. But they say when they look closer into it, she is average at best. So I'm saying art is beautiful, and then you take a closer look. What does that mean to you? What does that say to you? Is there any truth in that?
Well, I think
Your
you're
art.
talking about two different things. Are you talking about the person that posed or the artist?
No, the portrait.
It's a very nice portrait.
Mm-hmm. Is she beautiful?
Yes, but
Wow.
not the painting is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The way it is painting is beautiful. I don't know why she has that look. I would wonder why she has that look on her face.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. Yep. And see, and my thing is, art is beautiful, and then you take a closer look. When you take a closer look, when you look a little deeper than the surface, is it as beautiful as we think it is?
I mean, beauty is beauty. It don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But like my major issue is why did she have that look on her face? Is that her regular look, or was she forced to sit?
What kind of look are we talking about, brother? Talk to me about that look. Cause you keep going back to that look.
She looks strange.
Mm-hmm.
Like something on her mind. If you look at the painting,
you don't think she's a hostage, do you?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. She
Mm-hmm.
could be.
Okay.
Maybe she's been forced to. I mean, maybe what if she's being forced to take the picture? She don't look like she happy about it.
Yeah. And Ruby said no. Said no. Then she said it's a right blank stare.
Yeah, it's very different. It's not a casual look.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I think that's what brings a lot more to the painting as well. But it's if you I mean, I happen to be very interested in art, so learning about art and looking at certain paintings, art does a lot more than just a snapshot of something.
Yeah, yeah.
It's more about the face, the curves, the lines.
It's about the capture. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's about, that for me, if you really were interested in the art of it. But if you just don't think she's attractive, just say that.
Mm-hmm. Do you think she's attractive?
No, not to me. Not very attractive to me anyway.
Okay. Looking deep into it, it is a sad look. Ruby said looking deep into it, it's a sad look that she has on her face. Wow. Whoa! Art is beautiful. Well, art is beautiful, and then you take a closer look. Is it as beautiful as you think it is once you take that closer look? Because sometimes, even with life, you have to take a closer look. Talk to me, Willa.
Well, Raheem, when it comes to art, it's definitely true when it says beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yes.
We don't all see things the same way.
Mm-hmm.
We don't.
Mm-hmm.
An artist just can take a simple picture and what another person might find unattractive, sees beauty in it.
Mm-hmm.
And they see something special in it. That's the gift of someone who is called an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Whereby we may see blocks and people look like somebody that just threw the paint on the painting and, something that looked like a child in kindergarten has made. And they can see it and it can become a Rembrandt.
Mm.
That's the difference. So when you look at it that way, you look at that art that way, and we can look at life the same way. Right.
Mm-hmm.
When we visualize certain things in people, look at people, and we can look at the beauty in somebody that somebody might find ugly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all in the visual of what an individual thinks from their mindset. Because believe me and trust me, that's where it comes from. That gift that you allow to be within your mind. Bible says to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That determines the quality of your life. That's the beauty of it. That's what's on my heart.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Badger, talk to me. Art is beautiful, and then you take a closer look.
that's going to be in. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, my mic was cutting in and out. I mean, each person's going to have their own view on it.
What's yours?
Depends on the art.
Mm-hmm.
Some art's just not for me.
Is
I'm
Mona
not going to
Lisa
say
for
it's
you?
ugly.
Is Mona Lisa for you?
I have no interest in the Mona Lisa.
Wow. Is she beautiful?
I have no interest.
I got you. Go ahead, talk to me.
And to me, that's the thing is like some paintings I just don't have no interest in. Some paintings have a really dark history. Some paintings have a good history. It's art. Art is art. Someone that's talented in that area and they do art, and depending on what the general public thinks about it, is what decides if it's going to be successful or not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. That's good. Cassandra, talk to me. Art is beautiful, and then you take a closer look. Cassandra, you there?
Yeah, but I have nothing. I don't.
You don't like art. You don't like going to them big art museums and looking at all that beautiful, all those beautiful paintings, Cassandra. Oh, look at captured this, and look how they captured that, and look how those colors just come together and they just flow together like
I'm going to say this. I had a print by Pierre Solange, who is considered one of the greatest artists in the last 100 years, for his style or what he did. And the painting was literally, it looked like one big brown square on the bottom, and on the top it had a light blue box on the top, and that piece, I sold that piece. Well, I had an auction house to sell that piece for $5,000.
What?
A print by Pierre Solange, yeah. And someone gave me that painting, a white guy, a lot of money, gave it to me, and I sold it for $5,000. It was the ugliest thing I had ever seen. One brown box on the bottom, one blue box on the top, and it sold, and it was just a print that he had done.
Yeah.
And it sold for over $5,000. So I'm not big on art because I don't. What one man thinks is pretty, another man can think is hideous.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's my art story.
Good deal. Frank, talk to me, brother.
I was just talking to my son, and he was telling me, so I'm gonna jack this story up because it was actually his story. So not that I wasn't listening to it, but I only have 50 pieces of it. But I think he was talking about Picasso that painted this beautiful the ceiling of a building, and I was trying to remember the name of it, but everybody talks about how beautiful it is, and so no matter who it is to go in there, at what level they are of admiring art, everybody agrees that this place is amazing. But in his story, he talks about how he hated to paint. And his real desire and his passion was for poetry. But his poetry was not accepted. But his art was. And that would be, perception is so tough, man, because we allow the world to
see a particular picture. When we were in Plymouth, we drove to see the Plymouth Rock for hours. And we get there, they're like, and this is the Plymouth Rock. I'm like, man, we were on that bus for all this time to pull up and look at this rock.
Yeah.
And we walked around it, we got back on the rock, and we left. I was like, well, that was the stupidest thing I've ever done in my life. And they made us do this. But it had no value to me. Now, the other people that are historians and other people that want to say, the one thing that I do want to do, I want to go see the art. So I'm going to make that trip. Now, I hear that's a great tour, but I have interest in it. So, but I don't have an eye for art like a lot of other people can see things that I would never see.
You're not looking deep enough, Frank. You need to look a little deeper, man. You ain't looking deep enough. Look into the color. Look at it, how the colors blend together, how they flow together. Look at the angle of which he made. Look at that angle right there. Did you see that? Look at that. And do you see the hidden part in it? Do you see the hidden part?
At that point right here, I got a headache. You ain't gonna look that hard. My head is hurting. And art, it's just one of those things, man. Art's just, I want it to be pretty at first sight, you know. And not putting anybody else down that understands how difficult it is to, you know, to get to these places where you see these things. But that's just not for me.
Okay, good deal. Christopher O'Quady, art is beautiful. Art is beautiful, and then you take a closer look. We're talking about the Mona Lisa and different things of that nature. How does that grab you? Art is beautiful, and then you take a closer look, Christopher. Tucson, come to you next, brother. Christopher, you there?
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the mute button.
Okay.
Say that again. I'm trying to grasp your question. Art is beautiful.
And then you take a closer look. And we referencing the Mona Lisa. People say the Mona Lisa is a beautiful, beautiful portrait. Beautiful, beautiful painting. Beautiful, beautiful. Right. But if you take a little closer look, when people take a closer look, they say Mona Lisa, beauty-wise, is average at best. She's not one of the most beautiful people you ever want to see. That's why I say art is beautiful, and then you take a closer look. Once you take a closer look, what do you see? What do you see, Christopher?
You know, it's amazing because I have a daughter that's an artist, right? And the ability to capture light with depth and dimension on a flat surface, is a gift.
Come on.
It's a gift. So,
yes.
so it's not just the whatever the painting, but just that ability that somebody will on a flat piece of paper capture the depths of life and take a picture and bring it to life. And you're looking at a drawing, and it literally depicts the real image of what you see. You know, that ability is a grace from God, because I'm talking to you right now. I'm talking to you, and in my living room, I'm looking at a painting done by my daughter. Right, it's a painting of a creek with trees around it, and capturing the water, the depths, the distance, the trees that are small, the trees that are close. That is beautiful by itself. When I was talking about whether the lady is stunning in her physical beauty, but to be able to capture that in a piece of paper,
that in itself for me is the more I look into what artists can do, for me it doesn't it becomes an exclamation. You know, when I take a closer look at what artists do, it takes it to a new level.
Yes.
For music, it's the same thing with me for music. You know, that people can on a keyboard or on a guitar or on a saxophone, they make sounds that are so beautiful to our ears. That's amazing.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
amazing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Toussaint, art is beautiful, and then you take a closer look.
He was only, or she was only painting the ugly of it. How about that for art? We ever saw a portrait of slavery or tyrant or even the crucifixion, and you look in the depths of it and you just don't see Christ on the cross. You don't see this beautiful black woman that, let's just throw it out there. If you see a portrait of slavery, and all the portrait says is this black young woman with her body parts partially or fully exposed. And then you look at the picture, but you look at the back, and you see a multitude of people with different expressions on their face. And you say, I feel what the artist is trying to portray as he draws. It ain't even about the woman.
Yeah.
It's about past experience. If somebody say, it's a portrait of what some people have actually gone through. Or somebody, if you ever seen somebody, I'm just using my imagination. Maybe I got that echo somewhere. But anyway, if they want to paint a portrait, what would a portrait be? What would you imagine a portrait would be for the price of, they call it the price of salvation? What you think, Raheem? That would be a beautiful portrait.
Oh, they have to put some work into it, brother.
Yeah, they're right. So to be able to paint that picture for somebody that look at it and bust out in tears, and they say, I'll give all I got for just that picture. There are some people, when they go to an auction, they bid on the picture.
Yes.
Or pictures. And out of all the portraits that are bought and paid high prices for, there are some portraits that are beautiful to the artist, but you know what, Raheem?
What's that?
They have to take it back home.
Nobody bought it. Nobody bought it. You gotta sit on it for a little while longer. Ain't no stick with that beans and rice tonight. You ain't sell that picture. Whoa!
Remember the guy that said that he had to, if he would give his all, I don't know how the story went, but they had to buy the portrait.
Oh yeah. I know the story you're talking about. Yeah.
I wish I knew that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've heard that story.
I can't with the fortune.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, I know. I can't think of it. Won't come to me. I know exactly the story you're talking about, though. Let me go to Willa.
Right.
Talk to me, Willa.
You know, I was thinking about, you know, how we all, you know, how everybody always has like a, you know, a different maybe conversation or statement or opinion about, you know, just being serious. And I thought about this. I think, well, not only painting, I just, you know, my husband loves cars. He loves cars. He just loves to go and watch them something, look at them. You know, go to the auto show, but I don't. I don't get nothing out of that. So I looked at myself. And I'll go because, you know, that's and so he knows that I don't really like cars like that. I'm a simple person. I could just get a car, whatever. But I said that to say, I use that as an example to say why my opinion is different than him, than cars being something he enjoys, he likes, you know, and he still tries to give me, hey, look at that car. And I say to myself, please, you know, and I look and it's just something in me. I don't know what it is, but it's something in me that won't allow me to desire what he sees. I've even tried to look at what he looks at to give a man that car nice, blah, blah. And it's not in me. So I said that to say, when we look at painting, and somebody said it, we just don't acquire that taste. It's like, oh, I know it was Frank. I'm getting sick. I'm getting a headache. But that's somewhat the same thing. I feel like when he try to get you to look at cars, it's just something in us that won't allow us to see the same thing you see. So, you know, it's nothing bad because you don't like it or desire it. Everybody just has their own, they're customized to what's in them. What's in them. So, you know, I was just trying to come up with the root cause of why our eyesight or our visual of certain things are not the same. I just want to put that out there right now.
And what do you think that is, Frank? Because she's absolutely right. A lot of times, man, we don't see.
It's just not there.
Yeah.
For some reason or another, that gift, or you know, I don't even want to call it a gift or and I do believe that it is, but I just don't have that. Everybody don't have the same gift.
Yeah. Exactly.
You did say, what is that, Frank? You did say Frank, didn't you?
Yes.
And then Willow just kept talking. Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's
right there.
I'm not riding that horse with you, man.
That was my cue to start talking, right?
I'm not riding the horse with you, man. I'm not riding the horse. No. You're not getting me in trouble with Willow. Nope.
Hey, listen, man. But first of all, I love Willow's heart. But that was
good morning, Rose.
That wasn't a statement. I love her heart, and this is the wonderful thing that I appreciate about her question is that if answered honestly, I won't even say right, but if answered honestly, it will break your. And I'm gonna tell you, this is what helped with me, with my wife, because there's things that my wife are passionate about. And I'm like, come on, man, you know. But as our relationship developed, what I realized is I didn't have to appreciate the thing. I just had to appreciate her. So I got past
what the feeling was. And it was an appreciation of her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is what, God will tell you something. I'm like your husband, Willow. But one of the biggest days of my marriage was we had been married probably 6 months or so, and a subscription to CarCraft hit my door. And I said, I didn't order CarCraft. And it was CarCraft and Hot Rod. I'm big into Hot Rods and all of that. I said, I didn't order this. But what I realized is that my wife ordered.
Mm-hmm.
And not because she had any interest in cars, but because she loved me enough to consider me and order those books to say, boy, I know this is what you like.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no interest in it. But I'm going to invest in what you like because I love you.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
I can, yeah.
Okay. I think we had a little. It seemed like we had a little pause there in the thing for a second. It's like it went robotic or something, but I think it's back now. Badger, talk to me, brother. You say you got anything
About the painting stuff?
about art? Is beautiful, and then you take and see that's a symbolism. Art is beautiful, and then you take a closer look. That could mean life, different things. It's just symbolic of what I just put it out there in a certain way. But that can filter over or pour over into life. It could pour over into a whole lot of different things. Sometimes we have to take a closer look. We can examine a thing, and it could be beautiful to us at first, but then we'll take a closer look. Maybe not so much. Not the best thing for us.
I mean, that's life.
That's
I
what I
mean,
said. Yes, sir.
simple and straightforward. No reason to complicate it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, good example. We look in a mirror.
Mm-hmm.
There's things we don't like about ourselves.
Are you calling people ugly, Badger?
I don't know how you got that from what I said.
Art is based on the topic. Art is beautiful. Then you take a closer look, and then you say, look into the mirror. You know, you can think you're beautiful. Then you take a closer look. Well, my nose is crooked. My nose is a little crooked on the right, and one eye is open wider than the other one. And go ahead, Badger. Don't pay me no attention, brother.
I normally don't.
Yeah, but right, you should. If you do, you learn something.
Maybe.
Watch your mouth.
Hey, don't ask me to be honest then.
Honestly, you'll learn something.
So, human beings are a work of art.
Badger going somewhere.
So, I mean, Yahweh created us.
Mm-hmm.
So we're walking, living works of art.
Mm-hmm.
One of the hardest issues we have is when we look at a mirror. When we look in a mirror, or we look at each other.
Mm-hmm. Do a lot of people like to look in the mirror, Badger?
Not from what I've learned.
Why do you think that is?
That's a personal thing.
Well, I say, why do you think that is?
That is something I'm still trying to learn an answer for.
Okay.
I thought it was something that was simple.
Mm-hmm.
And then I grew up and got around more people and realized that's not the case.
Is being around people a bad thing sometimes? Because I heard you say a lot of times, sometimes you get around people and you realize, is that a negative? Is that a bad thing, being around people? Or can there be some beauty in there?
It's all of the above.
Okay.
You can learn what not to do. You can learn what to do and everything in between.
Okay.
So it's learning to admire the creation, the living art.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But you always have to practice discernment.
In every walk, in every aspect. That's good. That's good. Good deal, Badger. Good deal. Leonard, talk to me.
You still talking about that Mona Lisa thing, man?
Well,
y'all doing a lot.
I'm used. Yeah. Well, that's what we do, man. That's what we help. We enlighten. Come on. Put a different aspect.
Your video went off.
Lord Jesus, it sure did. I don't know what's going on with that, man. But there you go.
There you go.
Okay. Art is beautiful, and then you take a closer look. Now we replace that word art with life, or we take experiences. That could be symbolic.
No.
In a whole different, a lot of different things.
Man, I don't even like the way you said it.
I said it plain.
You looked at it.
Relationships can be beautiful, and then you take a closer look. Maybe the person that you is so in love with don't love you back. Maybe that person that you are that you feel that you can't live without don't care a hill of beans about you.
Let me stop you right there.
Go ahead.
It is what it is.
What is it?
If I look at something that's beautiful, there's nothing that's going to change my mind. It's just,
is that a good thing? Is that a good thing?
It doesn't matter to me. If it's beautiful, it's beautiful to me.
Okay, and that's good. Let me ask you this question. If it's beautiful to you, but everybody around you can see the toxicity in it, but you can't see it because you only see the beauty, is that a good thing?
I mean, I don't even really care if it's good or not. It's beautiful to me.
Wow. That could be dangerous, Leonard.
It does not matter to me what everybody else thinks.
You and Cassandra on the same road this morning, boy. Boy.
No, but I don't think this is a novel idea at all.
Now,
I don't think any other way.
But watch this. This is where y'all gonna differ. Cassandra, let me ask you this question. Relationships are beautiful, and then you take a closer look. And if it's a toxic relationship, but you just see the beauty in it, but everybody else can see how this person is using, abusing, and just mistreating you. But you can't see it because you only see the beauty. You only see the beauty. Is that healthy? Is that a good relationship? Cassandra, what is that? And does it happen?
And everybody else sees how ugly it is and you think it's beautiful.
Yeah, a relationship that you're in, you think it's beautiful. You only see the beauty in it, but everybody else can see how toxic it is and how the person is using, abusing, and mistreating you, and is not a good person for you. Is that good or bad? Now you see the beauty.
Of course, it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because love can cause you to be totally blind to what is right in front of you. I don't condemn people for that. I try to help them through that because it's a lot of people that see beauty in things that are totally ugly.
Wow.
You know, so you just have to, you have to, if you're going to help somebody, like if it's in the situation of domestic violence, you can't just tell them, he's ugly, he used, that's not gonna work. That's not an effective tool.
Yeah.
It really isn't. You have to understand where they are, and then you listen to them, and you should slowly, if you gain their trust, you can help them maybe to see the ugliness in the person. But I don't go with the just calling it straight out ugly. I know, that's what some people would do, because what you'll do is you make them go in more to the person instead of pulling them away from the person. So
that's good.
Different tactics, different people,
That's good. That's good. Willow! What do you say to that, Willow? What do you say to that? We start off art is beautiful, then you take a closer look, and we changed it up to talk about relationships. And a person could be in a very toxic relationship. Only thing they see is the beauty. They don't see the abuse. They don't see that they're being used and abused, and just all around mistreated. They only see the beauty, but everybody around them can see them. Everybody around them can see them, can see it. Willow, what do you say to that?
Well, you know what, Raheem? There's a lot to that on what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're on the outside a lot of times, and we think we know what's going on in somebody's house. That's one of the things that could come in play.
Mm-hmm.
Another one could be that person had such a horrible life that the little bit of niceness that a person shows to them could make them believe that that's what that's happiness for them.
Mm-hmm.
That's a second one.
Yeah.
Another one could be that person has low self-esteem. That person believes that that's all that they could get.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
wow.
So when you're trying to help a person, because that's deep.
Mm-hmm.
That's deep. That's something that Curtis or Miss Cassandra or somebody in ministry or something that would have to deal with that, because they would have to hear their competition. They would have to hear what's inside of them for them to live in that kind of environment, right?
Yes.
It's so much to what you just said. And you can't just say it in 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So, like we said earlier, people are different. People handle things different, see things different. But each one can help somebody else who's in that same position.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Rico, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
I can't complain. I'm happy to see a new day in life. How everybody doing?
Hey, doing good, doing good. We start out talking about art is beautiful, and then you take a closer look. And we talk about the Mona Lisa. How people say that it's one of the most beautiful portraits, blah, blah, blah. If you look a little deeper on the Mona Lisa, she ain't in the look department, man. She might be average at best. At best. And we transition over to relationships is beautiful, and then you take a closer look. Talk about the person that's in a relationship. They can't see that it's toxic. They can't see that they're being used and abused. They just see the beauty in it. But everybody around them can see everything that's going on. Sometimes that person is the last one to know. What do you say to that, Rico?
Yeah, that's a prime example of the relationship between black people and white people in America.
Wow. Wow, you took a turn. Wow.
We all hurt. We all hurt. And a lot of people on the outside looking in, they wondering, what's wrong with them people over there? What they complaining about? Man, they're in America. They just don't know how good they got it. I can remember about 10 or 15 years ago talking to a lot of young black people saying, man, that racism stuff ain't around, man. That's all y'all stuck on that old stuff. These white people ain't the same no more. I'm on my way to Montgomery in a few minutes to go down here and do some protesting. About white supremacy is ready to abuse us again. And we've been fighting this abuse for so long. And it's just crazy to see that somehow we felt like that we didn't have to continue to fight, and now we're in a situation, in an era where some people don't even realize that we need to fight. They don't even know they're in an abusive relationship. They're making 6 figures a year. Ain't that something? Mona Lisa. You know, I wasn't going to even call in. I really was waiting to hear Cassandra's hot topic and to hear Willis Clare that were of the conditions that exist today. And if we're not careful, our abuser is going to get a lot more harsh. If you don't know your history, you don't know just how mean that man can be. That racist white beta male. The one that's out here suing for discrimination right now and got some of the most EEOC cases in activity right now. They wanted to make it great again for them. And we've been fighting that greatness ever since they brought us over here. Been fighting it. Man, we just want, not even black people, women. Yeah, we know you love us. We know you putting babies in us, but can we vote? White women. So yeah, we are in that toxic relationship. And for some reason, the illusion of the American dream has us in denial or is just completely oblivious that we're going through battered women's syndrome, especially black people. I'm headed down to Montgomery in a few minutes to do a little protest.
Wow. Wow. That's
At
good.
the governor's mansion. And it should be like that in a lot of states right now. Because of what is going on with us, and we're not careful and we're not having the right conversations. And these folks gonna be whooping on us real good again. And we won't even realize it.
Wow. 508-924-3521. What do you think about what we're talking about? What do you think about where we're at right now? 508-924-3521. We'd love to have the conversation with you. Tucson, talk to me, brother.
I got this relative right here, and for, I guess, over 20 years, after the relationship was probably maybe a few years or maybe a year or so old, the family was saying, "Why are you still there?" And we was demanding almost, "You're not an ugly person. You're just as, sweet as you can be. And you love people, you love God. But why are you in this relationship?" And we was trying to give our opinion, and we had Bible to back it up. 25 years later, we're like, oh, okay. All of that we was talking about, it had nothing to do with what they saw.
Yep.
Because now the other side of going through has come to full fruition, and they doing good. Better than some.
Yeah.
On their own business, bought this beautiful house that some would long have. I mean, they got a banquet home in the house.
Wow. Wow.
Everybody was saying, I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know. Mind your business. That's what I say. Mind your business. Now, I know there were some abusive relationships. I know that, and some people would say, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. But there are some relationships that look abusive or look like one person is selfish. They just can't get it together. They're in and out of trouble. They're in and out of abuse to their own self, but not abuse to their companions. They just abuse themselves. Poor girls have taken their lives and they just mixed up. They're locked up. And the companion just stays with them. Hard music. And everybody else is saying, you're not a good person. You just ought to move on. And they say, I'm married into. I'm gonna just throw this out there. What if the story would be different and say that Job's wife divorced him because of what they were going through? Would you say that she would have made the worst mistake of her life? He called her a foolish woman.
Yeah.
Yes. But if you read the end of the book, it would say, I see why Job's wife might have been her head. But she stuck with it.
Stuck in there. Yep. Stuck right in there. Good deal. Good deal. Leonard, talk to me, brother.
Particularly?
Well, relationships. And based on what Tucson said, sometimes it's better to stay. Might not look good for everybody around you. But maybe
okay, I thought you were still about that part. That
a lot of times women say they see potential. Potential.
But I thought when you led in on this type of thing, it was about the beauty of a relationship, or have we moved past that?
No, we're still there. Well, it's not necessarily beauty. I was talking about relationships can be beautiful, and then you take a closer look. And I was talking about how most of the time, a lot of the times, a person that's in it only see the beauty, but they can't see the abuse side of it, the harmful, the hurt side of it. But everybody around them can see it, and they tell them about it, but they just don't, for whatever reason, they're in it.
Okay.
When you're in the fire, you might not feel the heat sometimes.
I have a different point of view about it.
Okay, talk to me.
If it ain't hurting, it ain't hurting.
Mm-hmm. Does that mean it's right?
You see, you looking on. I'm on the outside. It don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you said it looked beautiful. What's so beautiful looking about it then? What?
Well, it looked beautiful to the person that's in it, the person that's involved. But everybody else.
I'm the type of person. If it's beautiful to you, I'm good with it.
So basically, you saying if you like it, I love it.
If it's beautiful to you, whatever that is to you, whatever that means, that's your business.
So are we going to ignore the abuse side of it, him knocking upside the head and all kind of other stuff?
Is that what she likes?
No, that's not my question. I say, are we just going to ignore that?
Is it beautiful to her? Ask her. If it's beautiful to her, I'm done with it.
Wow. Frank, talk to me. Relationships can be beautiful.
This topic hit very, very close to home because I had fallen in love with this girl, and she was beautiful by everybody's definition. You know, I had all kinds of things that were hindering me from seeing her clearly. And I don't want to villainize her like she's this terrible person. Good girl. It was that I was a horrible leader in that moment. And it was just a bad situation. We were dating. She was absolutely drop dead gorgeous. Body of life. And to my flesh, oh, she was beautiful. To my future, very dangerous. To my future in ministry, we had talked, and she had said that she didn't want kids, and I was good with that. Man, Raheem, you know how I feel about my boys. So that whole part of my life would have been, I would have never realized. It would have never come to fruition. We were fornicating, so it was that soul ties that did not help the situation. And I went to the assistant pastor, who was not only my spiritual mentor, he was my friend. And I told him, I said that I'm getting married. He said, really? Congratulations, man. Who you married? And I told him, he said, no, you're not. Nah, no, you're not. But he loved me enough to say that. You mean you wasn't a friend? On the phone, I called a friend of mine who was my best friend since elementary school, who had a tragedy in life, and he leaned on crack cocaine. That wasn't who he was.
Yeah.
That was my friend, man. Since elementary, man, this joker go, man, so far back. I never just turned him over to crack. I fought with him. Every day he came to me, I was like, man, this is not who you are, dude. And that drug was beautiful to him.
Yeah.
When he was in it. Until he finally was able to beat it. We sometimes I could say something very mean now, but it would not be godly.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to be careful of who we consider our friends.
Yeah.
Because my friends will fight me for what is in my best interest, even if it hurts my feelings.
It's good. That's good.
You know, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna shut up. My brother-in-law, and I told y'all this about 2 weeks ago, told me that he was going off to fight in a war as a mercenary. They were going to pay him almost $200,000. Only had to be there for 3 years. I said, no, you're not.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to his house and stayed there all night. Took his suitcase. Like, dude, you can't bust a grape. How you gonna all of a sudden be a warrior?
Mm-hmm.
And you gonna go over here for money and put your life at risk? Nah, you may do it, but guess what? I'm gonna fight you on it. Man, he is so happy because a lot of his friends that took that money
didn't make it.
Raheem, they didn't come back.
Yep, did not make it. Exactly. Yep. Anybody else have anything they want to say real quickly before we get out of here? Cassandra, what's on your heart?
Nothing.
Huh? You say nothing?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Raheem.
Yes.
It sounded to me, in short, that what you were trying to say that it's just hard for some people to realize that everything that glitters isn't gold.
Exactly.
And the example that I want to give is like, you know, sometimes we could see a couple and say, man, that is the couple of the year. They look so great together. This is the way that I would strive for my relationship to be. Or we'll tell somebody else, hey, you should strive to be like them. Look at them. I love seeing them. Look at Pastor and his wife. Look at the first lady. Ooh, I just adore them. But you have a few people that look at that and say, man, that ain't nothing but a big show.
Mm-hmm.
Pastor like me and still.
Wow.
And you know what? Maybe she knew it in the past. And maybe she thought he got past that.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe she looked at the glory and the image that people would get from her being with Pastor and say, you know what, man, we make the perfect couple. And I think he can get past that. Maybe he can be governor one day like Andrew Gillum.
Mm-hmm.
I can look past all this stuff like that, but you got people behind the scenes that, y'all saying he gonna be the next governor and he could be the next black president, but that's what we know. So, you know, you can be sold an image.
Mm-hmm.
And it can look just like gold, because it's glittering. But all of a sudden you find out it's fool's gold, and somebody made an intentional effort to deceive you or manipulate you. They didn't want you to know what really was behind the covers or what goes on behind closed doors. So I guess what you were asking is though, even though it might be beautiful, if you knew the true reality of it, would you still call it beautiful because they said it was beautiful? Mm-hmm. Or would you say, man, I ain't got no comment about that? Yeah. Or would you just let them know it ain't a bit as beautiful what you think it is? Mm-hmm. Let me tell you what you don't know.
Exactly. There you go, just like that. Anybody else got anything else before we get out of here?
Hey, Ryan.
Yes, sir.
You know, what we're discussing reminded me of a lady. She's a doctor. She works at nursing homes. Mm-hmm. Every time she comes to the nursing home, she comes in a chauffeur-driven Maybach. Wow. Chauffeur-driven Maybach. Very beautiful lady. Mm-hmm. So one of the young men that works with me, one of the drivers, you know, he was just so enamored by this lady. It's just, my God, he was just going goo gaga over this lady. And one day, I think he said to her, I wish I had a life like yours. And she said, you don't want a life like mine. He said, because she's married to a neurosurgeon. Mm-hmm. And she said, I was 21, young, and stupid. I never forget that statement she made. She said, I was 21, young and stupid. But on the outward, everybody looks at her. Everywhere she goes in a Maybach, chauffeur driven. But on the inside, she's saying, I was 21, young and so stupid to get into this. But what she's in is what everybody's just, salivating over. This whole story just reminded me of her. I never forgot she said that.
Wow. Just
so life. Jesus said it so well. He said, "A man's life does not consist in the abundance of the things he possesses." The only people that think that money gives life are those that don't have it yet. And they're the only people. There are a lot of miserable people with money.
Oh yeah.
And somebody said, I'd rather be miserable. I'd rather be miserable with money than without. No, I don't want to be miserable at all, with or without money.
Exactly.
Because that pain is no joke.
Absolutely.
That pain is nothing.
And on that note, yes.
But Raheem, just real quick on that. I was picking up a '69 Camaro front end, and this guy told me, he said, "Yeah, I got one, Frank. Here's my address. You can come out and pick it up." I went to this cat's house, man. This dude's house was it was beautiful. So I went in the garage where I thought the front end was, and he had 2 vintage Chevelles.
Wow.
I mean, immaculate. And I said, where's the front end? He said, "Oh, there at my pole barn." He said, "Come on." So he walked me to his pole barn, automatic door open. He's got enough room in there, tile floor, heated upstairs, where you could put 20 cars. Lifts in the floor. I said, "Dude, all this is yours?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "There go the front end over there right there." We loaded it in my pickup. I said, "Man, you got it all." And he started crying. I said, "Dude, you okay?" He said, "Frank, do you know how I bought all this stuff?" I said, "No." He said, "My wife was a firefighter, and a car had caught on fire on the expressway, and they were putting the fire out, and a driver ran over her and killed her."
Oh my goodness.
And I end up suing, I think, the state and some other people, and that's how he said, "I would give everything up just to have my wife."
Exactly.
He said, "I go to bed so many nights just crying because I miss her so much." But you look upon that, and envious, and man, I wish, are you willing to give up what he had to give up?
Yeah.
To have it?
Shoes aren't
not me.
Shoes not that comfortable when you got to walk in them, bro. They're not that comfortable when you got to walk in them. They look pretty, but put them on. Walk in them. It's not that pretty, not that comfortable, not that attractive. Tucson, you'll get this on your way home, brother.
Yeah, you're gonna get it when you get home. I said, not seen ears have heard, neither ears have heard, neither has it come into the hearts of man the great things that God has prepared for those that love Him. Some people go through so much, and you on the outside looking in. They say they do too much. They go too much. They help too much. But all they looking at is the reward of it. You get it when you get home. What you doing?
Exactly. Wow.
So you're gonna give account of your own stewardship. What are you doing? What's gonna be your prize? You're gonna get it sooner or later. If you get off your thumbs and do something. I don't know. You get that when you get home. That's all I gotta say right here.
Good Lord. Cassandra, we need a hot topic of the day, and then whoa! got to have a word of the day.
The hot topic of the day is the Supreme Court actually just set Black people back about 60 years, and I hope we're paying attention. This new law that they are putting in place will literally affect Black communities more than anybody else. And what's happening is this administration is trying to destroy everything and anything that looks Black. And we're sitting around and it's like we are not paying attention.
Yep.
And some people could say, oh, they can't do it. You please stop that. This decision lets you know they don't even respect us enough to respect a vote. They don't even respect us that much to respect our vote. The way that the changes can be made right now, we, the communities, the Black communities, they will not even be able to vote for Black people.
Yep.
There will be, the way it can be set up is that white people will be the majority, even though Black people are the ones who, man, I just wish people just do your research. Because it makes me sick and it hurts my heart to know that we're not paying attention and these people are taking us back. They're taking us back. I ain't no you asking us, well, they just can't do. They're doing it. They're doing it. They could redistrict your community where there is no Black people hardly voting in your area. But they have fixed it where white people can vote in your area and take over the area that you live in. Is that what you want? I'm just saying that, you know, if we want to live like that and be taken back, our history is being stripped, our schools are being messed with. If y'all think all of that is okay, don't vote. Don't go and vote, because actually after this election, it's going to be uglier if we don't get out and vote.
Exactly. And there you have it. But before we do anything, before we take another step, we got to have our word of the day. Word up!
Amen, Raheem. I definitely want to put out a word of the day. I'm coming from Isaiah chapter 43, verse 19. Behold, I'm doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. God is exactly who he is, and that is God. That means he can produce water in the desert, and he can create something out of nothing. So you can definitely believe that God can make a change in your life. Just have the faith to depend on who he is, a God that doesn't change, a God that remakes, a God that shapes.
Yes.
Keep believing in him by your faith. And that's the word of the day.
Good deal. Beautiful word. Cassandra, somebody joined this broadcast late today, 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, even 9:30. And they say, man, they talk about some good things. They have some good topics. I wish that there was a way that I could hear it in its entirety. Cassandra, are you able to help them out?
We can definitely help them out. If you missed any part of the show and would like to see or hear it in its entirety, tune into DKMMediaGroup.com at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you've missed any part of the show and would like to see or hear it in its entirety, tune into DKMMediaGroup.com at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Good deal. Now, Tucson.
Yes.
You said last week that I think it was Friday. You said that the pledge is those good, but it's missing a major ingredient. I think that ingredient is back today. What you think?
You know what the ingredients is, right?
Say it again, Tucson. Say it again, Tucson. Time for the pledge. Time for the pledge, y'all. Everybody, somebody join in. Let's say it together. And it goes a little something like this. I will take this day and be the best that I can be. Do the best that I can. And help as many people as I can to do the same thing.
Help as many people as I can do the same thing.
I promise to do it with love.
Promise to do it with love.
Compassion. And the grace of God. Giving him all the honor. All the praise. And all of the glory. In the name of my Lord and Savior, Jesus the Christ. Good deal. Now somebody, amen, amen. Somebody had a little speaker, I think. Somebody had a little speaker, had a little feedback noise, but we could definitely hear it. I think somebody had a little speaker. So next time, take it off speaker so we don't have that feedback, because I want everybody to be able to hear that pledge. The pledge is important. Tucson, what did you hear, brother?
It almost was like a closing of a good message. Just said, with real old.
There you go. Rico, what did you hear, brother? Go ahead, Tucson.
I'm right along with you, man. I'm right along with you, man. I heard it all, but you know what I'm saying? I guess it was Monday. Just because it's Monday.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? That's the way it came off the day. I heard it, but it was a little distorted. It came out a little distorted. But I can say this. Word of the day, you get it when you get home, and the topic of the day, man, it went back to back to back.
Yeah.
It went yours back to back to back. 3 home runs.
Exactly. We got it going on up and around here, but we can't go nowhere.
We'll know how it is when they go yard back to back to back. How they do when they go back to back to back. Well,
got a home run.
He said a home run. You score. You score. Listen, it's time. I know y'all been waiting. She took the week off, but she's back right now. I just gotta say one thing. Willow! Let me say it again. Willow!
Raheem!
Are you ready?
Raheem, I got up ready to receive God's word. Come on, Raheem. Let's go.
Well, Miss Willa Mae Brown, since you said it like that, and I ain't got nothing but one thing to say to you, and that is, Willa, let's go.
Come on, go with me to the question is that, how do you want your day to go? What are you expecting God to do? So let's go to the throne of grace, the humble, believing and trusting that God is going to make it happen. Let's open up our minds and our hearts to receive this. Thank you. us another chance and an opportunity to live right. All right. I thank you so much for doing what you do for all of us in our lives. Sometimes we may not understand, or sometimes we may not get it, but Father, just never give up. Thank you, Lord, for loving us. And thank you, Lord, for trying to teach us how to be more like you.
Yes.
Father, we trust you. And I'm asking you, Lord, to keep that hedge of protection around each and every last one of us. Father, I'm asking you, because you are our power, you are our maker.
Yes, Lord.
You are all knowing. Sometimes I might even forget to say thank you, Lord. Father, you speak, you live in our hearts. You know that we love you. Father, you said it, that you keep your promise. You said it in your word, that you protect. You said it in your word, Lord. You said it in your word. Father, we trust you and we trust you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for all the things you provide in and out of spiritual. Thank you. We, Lord, Father, we honor you and we glorify you. There is none like you. Keep your faith and your mercy. Because we touch our body. Those that are dealing with cancer, diabetes, and other diseases, Lord, that we have no control over. We're asking for healing right now, Lord. I'm asking you to touch their bodies, Lord. Touch their minds. Let them know that there's still hope in spite of what the doctors have said, oh Lord. We trust you, Lord. We believe in all our faith. Thank you, Lord.
Yes, Lord.
I thank you, Lord, that Lord, each and every last one that's on this. Thank you for the Lord. And the message that you put out. Each and every one. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for our King. Thank you for his faith. In your son Jesus. Amen.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Whatever the question, you know that the answer is forever. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I want to thank everybody for joining us. And more than that, I want to thank you for allowing DKM Media Group and Associates and the Morning Glow for being a part of your day. It is now, 10:21. You're about to exit the Morning Glow. But before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us because we are certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is real simple. I want you to go out there, find somebody, and give them a hug because you never know. It could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you could do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. That we shine some of this light on you from the Morning Glow. Take it out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in and let your light so shine. If you get an opportunity, give somebody some love. You just might find some love in return. Won't that be a beautiful thing? Have a great day. Take care of each other. And please, please, please be blessed. Give somebody some love and truth. They would appreciate it, and I'm sure that you will as well. Have a great day. Talk to you Wednesday morning, if God says the same. Have a great day, y'all. Love you. Be blessed. And take care of one another. We need each other. Love you.
Welcome to the stage where hearts unfold in the morning glow, stories untold. Let's play with words, a masterpiece of art. where dialogues bloom, igniting every heart. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently salt. Let's paint with words a masterpiece of art, where dialogues bloom, igniting every heart. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. A symphony of voices, harmonizing the air, echoing truth, banishing despair. Let's sow seeds of unity, watch them grow in this garden of hope under the morning glow. Let's bridge the gaps, erase the line, in the tapestry of hearts let love shine. With every word, a step we take towards a brighter dawn for all our sake. Welcome to the morning glow, where dreams take flight in this realm of possibilities. Let's unite, together we stand, hand in hand, healing the nation across the land. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's open the